You're not behind in life. You just woke up late. Let me start with something uncomfortable. Somewhere deep down, you feel it. You open social media, and you see people your age buying houses, building businesses, getting married, traveling the world. And there's this quiet voice in your head that whispers, I'm behind. Not loud, not dramatic, just constant. I've observed this in so many people, and if I'm being honest, I felt it too. That feeling that somehow everyone else got the memo, and you didn't, that you missed your window, that you wasted time, and now you're trying to catch up in a race that already feels lost. But I want to tell you something that most people will never say out loud. You're not behind in life. You just woke up late. And before you reject that idea, before you think this is just another motivational line, stay with me, because once you truly understand what that means, it changes how you see your entire life. I've noticed something interesting. In your 20s, you don't really think about time the same way. You assume you have plenty of it. You experiment. You delay decisions. You chase things that feel good in the moment. You tell yourself, I'll figure it out later. And that later feels far away. So you drift, not because you're lazy, not because you're incapable, but because you're unconscious. You're moving, but you're not fully aware of where you're going. And then something happens. It's not always a big moment. Sometimes it's quiet. You hit your late 20s or early 30s, and suddenly you start seeing things differently. You realize time isn't as slow as you thought. You see people moving ahead in life. You start asking deeper questions. What am I doing? Where is my life going? Why do I feel stuck? And that's when the panic begins. That's when people say, I'm behind. But what I've observed is this. That moment isn't failure. It's awakening. You didn't fall behind. You just became aware. And awareness changes everything. Let me explain it in a way most people don't. There are people who wake up at 18. They know what they want early. They start building early. They look like they're ahead. But there are also people who wake up at 25. Some wake up at 30. Some even at 40. The difference is not intelligence. The difference is timing of awareness. And here's the part nobody tells you. The moment you wake up, your life actually begins. Not before that. Before that, you were just reacting, following patterns, living unconsciously. So when you say, I'm behind, what you're really saying is, I just became aware, and I don't like where I am. That's not weakness. That's clarity. But here's where most people go wrong. They turn that awareness into self-destruction. They start comparing. They look at someone else's chapter 10 while they just opened their book, and then they judge themselves for it. I've seen people completely paralyze themselves because of this. Instead of moving forward, they stay stuck in regret, thinking about wasted years, bad decisions, missed opportunities. Let me ask you something honestly. What do you gain from that? Nothing. Regret feels productive, but it isn't. It just drains your energy without moving your life forward. And this is important, so listen carefully. You cannot punish your past self into creating a better future. It doesn't work. Now here's the shift, the real shift. What if instead of saying, I'm behind, you started saying, I just woke up? Feel the difference. One makes you weak. The other gives you power. Because if you just woke up, that means now you're aware. Now you can choose. Now you can build. Now you can change direction. And this is where your advantage actually begins. I want to tell you something that might surprise you. People who wake up late often move faster because they've seen both sides. They've experienced confusion, distraction, wasted time. And once they realize it, they don't want to go back. They become focused, intentional, driven. They stop chasing everything and start chasing what matters. But most people never reach that stage because they stay stuck in one loop. I'm behind, I'm behind, I'm behind. And that thought becomes their identity. In a moment, I'm going to tell you the one mindset shift that can completely remove that feeling of being behind and help you build real momentum in your life. But before that, I need you to understand this part clearly, because without it, nothing else will work. Your timeline is not the problem. Your comparison is. You're measuring your life based on people you don't fully understand. You don't see their struggles. You don't see their failures. You don't see what they sacrificed. You're comparing your reality to someone else's highlight reel, and then you're calling yourself behind. That's not truth. That's distortion. I've observed that people who feel behind are often the ones who care the most. They want more from life. They want growth. They want meaning. That's why the feeling hurts, because you know you're capable of more. And that's actually a good sign. Now let's talk about that shift I mentioned. This is where things change. Instead of asking, why am I behind? Ask this, what can I build from here? Simple question, but powerful, because it shifts your focus from past to future, from regret to action, from emotion to strategy. And once you start asking better questions, you start getting better answers. You don't need to catch up to anyone. You need to build your own path at your pace, with your awareness. Because here's the truth most people ignore. Even people who look ahead feel lost in other areas. There is no perfect timeline. There is no universal schedule for life. There's just your path and your responsibility to take it seriously. And let me be real with you. Waking up late is uncomfortable because now you see everything clearly. Your habits, your environment, your wasted time, your potential. But that discomfort is not your enemy. It's your advantage, because most people never wake up at all. They just keep drifting, year after year, living the same patterns, avoiding the same decisions, staying comfortable but unfulfilled. At least you woke up, and that matters more than you think. Now what you do next is everything. This is where your life starts to change. Not when you feel motivated, not when everything is perfect, but when you decide, I'm going to take control from this point forward. Start small, build discipline, create structure, remove distractions, invest in yourself, not for validation, not to prove something to others, but because you finally understand what's at stake. And if this message is hitting you right now, if you're realizing something about your own life, then don't just watch and move on. Use it, apply it. And if you're serious about improving your mindset and building a better life, subscribe to this channel, because everything we talk about here is designed to help you think clearly, act intentionally, and move forward with purpose. Let me leave you with this. You're not behind. You're not late. You're not out of time. You just woke up, and now that you're awake, you have a choice. Go back to sleep and keep living the same patterns, or stay awake and start building the life you know you're capable of. Because the next 10 years of your life will not be defined by when you started. They will be defined by what you do now.